Have you ever wondered why you're feeling so alone, like the world has distanced itself from you? Why is it that in your quiet moments of isolation, you sense something bigger happening? Could it be that the universe is preparing you for something far greater than you've ever imagined? What if your solitude isn't a punishment, but a sign that you were chosen for a special purpose? The universe often works in mysterious ways, and one of its most powerful messages comes through the moments we feel most isolated. But instead of feeling defeated, what if this period of isolation is a divine signal, a sacred opportunity to grow, transform, and step into the incredible path laid out for you? You might be wondering, why me? Why now? The truth is, you were chosen for this, and there's a reason behind it all. In this video, we'll dive deep into the meaning behind your isolation and why it's not a coincidence. By the end, you'll understand how this is part of a bigger plan and how the universe is guiding you to unlock your true potential. This isn't just a phase, it's your preparation for something extraordinary. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. If you're ready to discover the signs the universe is sending you and learn how to embrace your journey as one of the chosen, then this is the place for you. Let's walk this path together, and I promise you, by the end, you'll never see your isolation the same way again. Stay tuned, because everything is about to change. Have you ever found yourself feeling completely alone, wondering why no one seems to understand what you're going through? It's easy to think that isolation is the same as loneliness, but what if it's something much deeper? What if, instead of being a punishment, this isolation is actually a sign that the universe is preparing you for something greater? You see, being alone doesn't mean you're forgotten. In fact, it could be the exact opposite. The universe often separates the chosen ones from the crowd to help them grow, reflect, and prepare for their unique path. It's in this quiet space, away from distractions and outside noise, that you begin to hear the deeper message meant for you. You were chosen for this journey, and isolation is a part of your transformation. Think about it. Some of the greatest leaders, thinkers, and change-makers in history experienced long periods of isolation. Why? Because they needed that time to reflect, to build their strength, and to gain clarity about their purpose. Just like them, you're not simply lonely, you're in a stage of preparation. During this time, it's easy to get discouraged or feel like giving up. But if you look closely, the universe is sending you signs. It's guiding you, shaping you, and helping you grow into the person you need to become to fulfill your purpose. Now, this is where the power lies. Isolation gives you the space to connect with yourself and align with your true potential. It's in these moments that you gain wisdom, resilience, and the clarity needed to walk your destined path. Your isolation is preparing you to become the person the world needs. Don't fight your isolation, embrace it. This is your time to grow, to learn, and to rise stronger. This is your training ground. When you emerge from this period, you'll be ready to take on the challenges ahead with a new sense of purpose. Solitude can often feel overwhelming, leaving us wondering why we are separated from others and from the life we once knew. But what if this solitude holds a deeper meaning? What if it's the universe's way of revealing something crucial about your purpose? Many times when you feel alone, it's not because you've been abandoned, it's because you're being prepared for something much bigger. Solitude allows us to tune out the distractions of the world and turn inward, where our true potential lies. The universe often works in silence, using moments of stillness to send its most powerful messages. During these times, you are given the opportunity to reflect on your journey, gain clarity about who you are, and recognize the path you're meant to walk. This period of being alone is not meant to be feared, but embraced. It is in this quiet that you begin to notice the subtle signs guiding you toward your purpose. Whether it's a deepening of your intuition, new ideas that seem to come from nowhere, or a growing sense of inner strength, solitude becomes the space where the universe speaks directly to you. Throughout history, many great individuals found their purpose during times of isolation. From spiritual leaders to innovators, their breakthroughs came when they were away from the noise of the world. Just like them, the universe may be using this moment to reveal to you what you are truly capable of. Solitude is a sacred time for transformation, and it's where your true calling starts to emerge. When life becomes noisy with endless distractions and external pressures, it can be difficult to hear the whispers of your soul. It's easy to get lost in the hustle and bustle of daily life, constantly moving from one task to another without ever pausing to reflect. However, isolation forces you to stop. It creates a space where silence reigns, and in that stillness, something profound begins to happen. The universe starts to speak, guiding you toward your true purpose. In the quiet moments of solitude, you become more attuned to the subtle signs and signals that the universe sends. These are often missed in the chaos of everyday life, but in isolation, they become clearer. Whether it's through a sudden realization, a moment of deep reflection, or a gut feeling that nudges you in a certain direction, the universe uses this time to unveil the path you are meant to walk. For those who are chosen for something greater, isolation is a necessary step in the journey. It is during this time that you discover who you truly are, beyond the roles and labels society has placed on you. The stillness allows you to connect with your inner self, to explore your passions, strengths, and desires without the influence of outside voices. You may find that the longer you spend in isolation, the more you begin to understand what truly matters to you. The universe is guiding you to peel back the layers of your identity, uncovering your authentic self. This process is not always easy. It can be uncomfortable and even painful at times, but it is in this discomfort that real growth happens. Isolation allows you to confront your fears, insecurities, and doubts, and through this process, you emerge stronger and more aligned with your true purpose. As you spend time in solitude, the universe starts to unveil your destiny. It might not come all at once. Instead, it may reveal itself gradually in pieces, like a puzzle that you slowly begin to put together. You may experience moments of clarity, where everything suddenly makes sense, and you realize that your isolation has been leading you toward this moment of understanding. This realization often comes with a deep sense of peace and knowing. You begin to see that your struggles, your challenges, and even your loneliness were all part of a greater plan. The universe has been working behind the scenes, using your isolation as a tool to shape you into the person you need to become in order to fulfill your destiny. Not everyone experiences isolation in the same way. For those who are chosen, isolation is not just a random event, but a calling. You were meant for something greater, and the universe is preparing you for that purpose. This preparation requires time alone, away from distractions, so that you can focus on your inner journey and receive the guidance you need. During this time, it's important to trust the process. It may feel frustrating or lonely, but understand that the universe knows what it is doing. You are being prepared for a path that only you can walk, and this time of solitude is essential for that preparation. Trust that the universe has chosen you for a reason, and that it is unveiling your destiny in its own time. The quiet of isolation can be a gift if you choose to see it that way. Rather than resisting the solitude, embrace it. Use this time to reflect, to grow, and to listen to the subtle guidance that the universe is offering you. In the stillness, you will find clarity, purpose, and a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world. Remember, the universe works in mysterious ways. It often speaks the loudest in moments of silence. When you feel alone, understand that you are not truly alone. The universe is with you, guiding you and unveiling your destiny. You were chosen for this path, and every step you take, even in isolation, is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. Isolation is not the absence of connection, but the creation of space for something greater. It is in the quiet that the universe whispers your destiny, revealing the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. When you find yourself alone, know that this solitude is a sacred time of preparation meant to guide you toward your higher calling. Embrace the stillness and trust that the universe is working to unveil the path that is uniquely yours. Isolation is often misunderstood as a period of loneliness or disconnection, but in reality, it holds a much deeper purpose. For those who are chosen, isolation is a sacred space where the universe works quietly to reveal your destiny. It's a time for reflection, growth, and transformation. When you step away from the noise of the outside world, you give yourself the opportunity to truly connect with your inner self and listen to the universe's guidance. In the stillness of solitude, you discover who you really are, without the distractions of societal expectations or external pressures. Foundation on which I rebuilt my life. In your isolation, the universe is providing you with that solid foundation. Embrace this period as a sacred gift. The solitude you feel is not an absence of connection. It is the universe's way of communicating that you are one of the chosen. Every challenge, every quiet moment is preparing you for something bigger, something that will require the wisdom, strength, and resilience you're building right now. Remember, silence is not the absence of meaning. It's the space where the universe crafts the next steps of your journey. In this silence, you are being shaped, molded, and readied for your calling. Many people experience periods of isolation in their lives, times when they feel completely alone, disconnected from others, and unsure about their purpose. This feeling can be overwhelming, leaving you questioning why you're going through such a lonely phase. But what if this isolation wasn't a punishment or just a random occurrence? What if it was part of a deeper, sacred process meant to shape and prepare you for something bigger? That's what we mean when we say, your solitude holds a deeper purpose. When you feel isolated, it's easy to think something is wrong, but the truth is, the universe often uses these moments of silence and solitude to prepare the ones who are chosen for a higher purpose. It's in these quiet times, away from the noise and distractions of the world, that true growth and transformation happen. You see, throughout history, many people who have gone on to do great things have experienced a period of isolation beforehand. Think of it as the universe's way of giving you space to grow and evolve without the pressure of external influences. When you're isolated, it's an opportunity to listen to yourself, reflect deeply, and discover parts of your soul that you may have been too busy to notice before. This period of solitude allows you to become more aware of your inner thoughts, desires, and values. It's a time when you can begin to realize your strengths and weaknesses, your fears, and your hopes. These moments of introspection are essential for anyone with a higher calling because they help build the foundation for the path you are meant to walk. In the silence of isolation, the universe speaks in ways that can only be heard when you're still. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but there is something powerful happening beneath the surface. The universe is giving you time to heal, to prepare mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. When you embrace this silence, rather than resist it, you open yourself up to receiving guidance and clarity about your life's purpose. During this time, you may also feel disconnected from the people around you, But that's part of the process. The universe is removing distractions and unnecessary connections to help you focus on your own growth. Solitude gives you the chance to discover your true self without outside influence, preparing you for the unique path that only you can walk. Not everyone is called to experience isolation in the same way. For those who are chosen, this solitude is a sacred preparation for something greater. The universe has a plan for you, and the time you spend in isolation is about aligning you with that plan. Whether it's stepping into a leadership role, discovering a creative gift, or fulfilling a spiritual purpose, the universe is molding you in these quiet moments. This period of solitude is about strengthening your connection to yourself and to the universe. It's about developing resilience, patience, and clarity so that when the time comes for you to step into your purpose, you'll be ready. The challenges of isolation are like the heat that forges steel. They are refining you, making you stronger and more prepared to handle the path ahead. Isolation may feel lonely, but it's far from purposeless. It's a sacred time where the universe is quietly working behind the scenes to prepare you for the life you are meant to live. When you find yourself in these moments of solitude, instead of feeling lost or frustrated, recognize it as a powerful sign that you are being chosen and prepared for something bigger. The universe works in mysterious ways, and often its greatest gifts come wrapped in silence. Embrace your solitude, knowing that it holds a deeper purpose. It's shaping you for the future that awaits. Isolation can often feel like an overwhelming and confusing experience. You may feel detached from others, adrift in your own thoughts, and unsure of what lies ahead. Yet there is a deeper significance to this solitude that many fail to see. The quiet moments of isolation are not a random occurrence or a punishment, but rather a sacred time when the universe reveals your hidden destiny. You were chosen for a special path, and this isolation is part of your journey to uncover that purpose. A coincidence? It's an intentional part of your journey. It's a time when the universe clears away distractions, creating space for you to grow, reflect, and connect with your true purpose. In this quiet, you can hear the universe whispering its plan for you, guiding you toward your destiny. Solitude allows you to see beyond the surface. It's a time to look inward and strengthen your inner self, building the resilience, wisdom, and clarity needed for the path ahead. The challenges that come with isolation are meant to mold you, helping you develop the strength to face what's to come. Every person who has been called to something extraordinary has experienced moments of solitude. These moments are when their greatest transformations happen, when their purpose becomes clear. The universe uses isolation as a tool to help you see the bigger picture. In these quiet times, you begin to understand why certain events have unfolded the way they have, and you gain insight into the role you're meant to play in the world. It's in this space that you align with your true self and start to see the universe's plan unfold before you. Instead of fearing or resisting solitude, embrace it. It's a sign that you are being prepared for a greater mission. The universe is guiding you step by step, even when it feels like you're walking alone. This period of isolation is temporary, but the insights and growth you gain will stay with you as you step into the next phase of your journey. Isolation can feel like a heavy weight on your shoulders, a time when you may question your worth and purpose. However, this experience is more than just loneliness. It's a divine purpose guiding you to rise stronger than ever. When the universe places you in this period of solitude, it is not a punishment, but a sacred opportunity for growth and transformation. Being isolated often means you have been chosen for a unique path, one that requires time away from the distractions of everyday life. In this quiet space, the universe gives you the chance to reflect, learn, and reconnect with your true self. You are being prepared for a greater purpose that only you can fulfill. It's during these moments that you have the opportunity to tap into your inner strength and resilience, qualities that are essential for the journey ahead. The divine purpose of your isolation is to help you discover the power within you. Each challenge you face during this time is an invitation to rise, to embrace your unique gifts, and to realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever imagined. The universe is shaping you, molding you into the person you need to be for the next chapter of your life. This process may not always be comfortable, but it is necessary for your growth. Moreover, solitude allows you to gain clarity on your goals and desires. You can reflect on what truly matters to you, what passions you want to pursue, and what legacy you wish to leave behind. This period is a time of self-discovery where you can align yourself with your true calling and shed any limiting beliefs that have held you back. As you navigate through this isolation, remember that you are not alone in this experience. Many have walked this path before you, and each one has emerged stronger and more resilient. You have been chosen for this journey because the universe believes in your potential to rise above and thrive. So, embrace your isolation as a divine gift. Trust that the universe is guiding you towards something greater, and know that you are being prepared to rise stronger than ever. Isolation can feel like an empty, lonely experience, but in truth, it is a powerful signal from the universe, a sign that you are being carefully guided and crafted for a unique path. The silence you experience during isolation isn't a void, it's a canvas on which the universe is painting your future. Like a sculptor chipping away at a rough stone to reveal a masterpiece, the universe uses solitude to shape you into who you are meant to become. Throughout history, those destined for greatness have often undergone periods of isolation. Think of the biblical story of Moses, who spent years in the wilderness before leading his people to freedom, or Nelson Mandela, who endured decades of imprisonment only to emerge as a beacon of hope and change. These examples remind us that solitude is not a setback, it's preparation. It's in these quiet moments that you are refined, strengthened, and equipped for the challenges ahead. The universe's silence is where your transformation happens. You are being given the time to develop the qualities you will need to fulfill your purpose. This time, apart from the noise of the world, allows you to reconnect with your inner self, to listen to the whispers of the universe guiding you toward your destiny. As J.K. Rowling said, "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." In your isolation, the universe is providing you with that solid separation. It's about preparation. You were destined for this. Every challenge you face in solitude is building the foundation for the greatness ahead. The universe knows what's required for you to fulfill your potential, and this time alone is shaping you into the person you need to be. The discomfort of isolation is temporary, but the strength and wisdom you gain will serve you for a lifetime. So instead of feeling lost or discouraged, recognize that the universe is speaking to you, guiding you toward your purpose. This solitude is part of your journey, a vital step in your path to becoming who you were meant to be. Isolation often feels like a burden, a time when we are separated from the world and left with our thoughts. But what if isolation isn't a curse? What if it's a hidden gift from the universe, a powerful sign that you are being molded for something much bigger? When the universe places you in isolation, it's not to punish or abandon you. It's a deliberate and sacred process where you are given the space to grow, reflect, and transform. This time of solitude is a preparation phase, a unique opportunity to become the person you're meant to be without the distractions of the outside world. Just like how diamonds are formed under pressure, your isolation is shaping you into something stronger, more refined, and ready for your true purpose. The universe often pulls its chosen ones away from the crowd for this very reason. In the quiet moments, you're not just sitting idle, you're being prepared. This is your training ground, where you learn to trust yourself, develop resilience, and connect with the deeper messages that the universe is sending your way. The stillness allows you to listen to your inner voice, discover your strengths, and unlock the potential that's already inside you. Many of the world's most influential people experienced a period of isolation before stepping into their greatness. Their solitude wasn't wasted. It was the time when they found their purpose and prepared themselves for their role in the world. In the same way, the universe is using this isolation to mold you for something bigger. This is a time to embrace, not resist. Remember, isolation is not forever, but the transformation you undergo during it will last a lifetime. The universe is preparing you for the next phase of your journey, equipping you with the wisdom and strength to fulfill your greater destiny. Isolation can feel like an unsettling, lonely experience, but what if it's actually a profound part of your journey? When you find yourself separated from the busyness of life, the universe is not abandoning you. Instead, it's speaking to you in whispers, guiding you toward your destiny. This solitude isn't accidental. It's a deliberate and sacred part of your path because you were chosen for something greater. In these moments of isolation, the universe begins to reveal your purpose. This isn't about loneliness, it's about giving you the space to hear your true calling. Without the distractions and noise of everyday life, you can finally tune into the subtle signs and inner guidance that are leading you toward your higher purpose. The quiet is where the universe communicates most clearly, showing you that you are being prepared for a path that not everyone is meant to walk. Often, those who are chosen for a special destiny go through periods of solitude. This time allows you to grow, reflect, and build the strength needed for the journey ahead. It's in this stillness that you begin to understand your true self and the unique gifts you've been given. The universe is shaping you, molding you, and readying you for something extraordinary, something you might not even fully grasp yet. This path isn't meant to be easy, but that's because greatness never is. The isolation is not meant to break you. It's meant to awaken you to your higher potential. Every challenge, every moment of feeling alone is part of the process of unfolding your destiny. The universe knows what lies ahead, and this time alone is preparing you to step into that future with clarity, strength, and purpose. Embrace the whispers of the universe during your solitude because they are filled with wisdom and guidance meant specifically for you. This period is temporary, but the transformation it brings will last a lifetime. You are not alone. You are being prepared for something far greater than you can imagine. Solitude is often misunderstood as something negative, a time when you feel disconnected and separated from the world around you. However, what if this period of isolation is actually a powerful sign from the universe? Solitude has a deeper meaning. It's the space where the universe unveils its plan for you. Rather than a time of emptiness, it is a sacred phase in which you are being prepared for something greater. When you find yourself alone, it can feel unsettling, but the universe doesn't place you in solitude without purpose. This is not. Rather than seeing your solitude as a punishment, begin to view it as a blessing in disguise. This is the universe's way of clearing out distractions, so you can focus on discovering and stepping into your purpose with greater clarity and power. Your path may feel uncertain right now, but this solitude is part of the process that will lead you to fulfill your greater destiny. Isolation is often misunderstood. It can feel like a heavy burden, a time when everything seems to slow down and you're left alone with your thoughts. But what if this period of solitude is actually the universe's training ground for you? For those who are chosen for something greater, isolation is not just an empty space. It's a sacred time of preparation. When the universe chooses you, it separates you from the crowd, not to punish you, but to strengthen you. This isolation is where you are molded, refined, and taught valuable lessons that you cannot learn when surrounded by noise and distractions. Think of it as a personal boot camp, a time to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The universe sees potential in you that you may not even see in yourself, and this time alone is essential for that potential to unfold. In this training ground, the challenges you face are designed to build your resilience. It's here where you learn to trust yourself, to listen to your inner voice, and to recognize the subtle signs and guidance the universe is providing. Isolation strips away the distractions of the world, leaving you with the raw materials needed to develop your true strength. Embracing this sign means understanding that you are being prepared for something much larger than yourself. It's a time to reflect, to dig deep, and to strengthen your connection with the universe. The solitude may feel uncomfortable, but it is in these moments of discomfort that you grow the most. Look at this isolation as a time of empowerment. You are being prepared to handle the challenges of your purpose with wisdom and strength. You're not alone. The universe is guiding you every step of the way, even when it feels like no one else is around. The isolation is temporary, but the lessons you learn and the strength you build will last a lifetime. Isolation is often seen as something to avoid, a time when we feel disconnected from the world. But in truth, isolation can be a powerful tool. In the silence of isolation, the universe speaks quietly, but with purpose. This is not a time of abandonment, rather, it's a sacred period where you're being prepared for something greater. When the universe calls someone to a higher purpose, it often pulls them away from the noise and distractions of life. This solitude isn't a punishment, but a necessary step in your personal transformation. In these moments, the universe communicates with you in ways that are subtle yet profound. It's within this silence that you begin to uncover the hidden messages meant only for you. Greatness often requires a period of preparation, and that's what this time is all about. You may feel alone, but in reality, you're being shaped and molded for something extraordinary. This quiet time is your opportunity to reflect, to grow, and to gain the wisdom and clarity needed for the journey ahead. Think of it as the universe providing you with a blank canvas, allowing you to paint the life you're truly meant to live. In the stillness, you can hear the whispers of your true potential. You can begin to see the path that's meant for you and understand the deeper purpose behind your struggles. This is your time to grow stronger, to sharpen your vision, and to prepare yourself for the greatness that awaits. Don't rush through this period of solitude, embrace it. It's in these quiet moments that the universe is laying the foundation for your future. You're not just passing through a phase, you're being equipped with the tools, insights, and strength to handle the incredible journey ahead. Feeling alone can be overwhelming. In those quiet moments, it's easy to wonder why you're separated from others, why you feel like no one truly understands your journey. But what if this sense of isolation isn't a mistake? What if it's actually a sacred message from the universe telling you that you are destined for something much greater? When you're called to a higher purpose, the universe often leads you through periods of solitude. It's not to push you away from the world, but to give you space to hear the whispers of your destiny. The truth is, you're not just feeling alone. You're being positioned for a unique path that requires your full attention and focus. This feeling of loneliness is often misunderstood. Rather than a void, it's a sign that the universe is carving out space for your transformation. In this quiet, The universe is preparing you, allowing you to grow, reflect, and strengthen in ways you couldn't in the presence of constant noise and distraction. This sacred message isn't about